Welcome to our Energy Connect studio at EGYPS 2023. I'm really glad to have next to me MS Prakash, Vice President for Africa at Emerson. Thank you so much for joining me.
Hey, thank you, Julian. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for the opportunity.
Right, well, let's get down to it. How does Emerson plan to contribute to the energy industry shift towards sustainability with some of your maybe digital solutions? Can you share some examples?
Sure, yeah. Emerson is a software and automation technology provider. And some of our technology has been instrumental on basically achieving the customer performance goals. We've been a strong catalyst to accelerate the customer's performance goals. And we've got different kind of solutions, starting with the intelligent field devices to an integrated control systems and the mission critical software solutions, which is primarily important to run the plant in a safe manner and also operate it more efficiently and being extremely efficient. And sustainability, on the sustainability front, most of our industrial customers are primarily focusing on three major elements. One about optimizing the energy use. Another one is about reducing the emission portfolios. And the next thing is about running the plant in the most efficient way. And Emerson has got, for all these three elements, we have got an actionable roadmap to support them to achieve the thing. Just for example, on the emission front, we have got solutions which would help them to prevent the emission happening at the point location where it's happening. We have zero bleed controllers, which is along with the special intelligent field devices. We can really help them to reduce emission on our final control elements. We have got low emission bellow seals. Likewise, and then we have another kind of solutions which helps to predict and monitor the emissions. By knowing these insights, customer would be able to really help them to optimize the overall emission portfolios. So we have really impactful solutions which could really help our customer to deliver the objectives what they've set for.
Oh, well, thanks for going into specific details there, Prakash. And can you tell me a bit more about Emerson's sustainability framework? And I know that you're working on establishing a net zero greenhouse gas emissions target by 2045?
That's right. In fact, we have set a very ambitious target as a company. We've set our net zero goal around greenhouse emission for the entire value chain by 2045, but again taking the baseline of 2021. But in order to meaningfully move the thing, we have put our short-term goals of reducing net zero on our operations by 2030, and also on the entire value chain reduction by 25%, again the baseline of 2021. And when it comes to the sustainability, Emerson has taken a very holistic view on that. We are looking into three major pillars. One, we call it as greening of Emerson, and then we call it as greening by Emerson and greening with Emerson. These three frameworks have been designed in a way to holistically approach the entire stakeholder, including the customers, our employees, and the communities we operate in, and also the government things. What I mean by greening of Emerson is primarily we look inwardly and see what are the opportunities we can do to improve the greening element of Emerson, right from the entire value chain operations. And greening by Emerson is basically using the Emerson technologies and helping customer to achieve the net zero or sustainability goals. And greening with Emerson is basically working with regulatory authorities and academic institutions on helping them to draft the whole thing. So these three elements is in the very holistic in nature. It has got good momentum in the market. On top of it, in 2021, Emerson has appointed a first Chief Sustainability Officer. It's part of the Office of Chief Executive, such an important role for us. Mr. Mike Train is a veteran in the industry. He has taken that role, and he is making great progress and really making huge impact, not only within the company, also in the industry. So sustainability is very core to our heart. We firmly believe the future is that.
Really interesting. And on top of that, what do you think about fostering a culture that values diverse perspectives, experiences, and attracts and retains talent? How does Emerson's diverse workforce and culture contribute to your success?
Yeah, that's a very interesting and timely question, I would say. The energy industry is transforming in a big way. Okay, with the adoption of Industrial 4.0 technologies, there's a lot of new roles have been created, and suddenly this industry is kind of become a destination for IT engineers, data scientists, and robotics guys, and artificial intelligence guys. All sort of talents is needed. So, and it's a very important thing to first attract the talent and retain the talent and develop the talent. And we also firmly believe a diverse talent base would really bring a very creative work environment and bringing a more engaged employee base, which in turns drive a huge value creation for our customer. Our CEO firmly believe culture is where everything begins and ends. And culture drive performance, and performance create value creation. We firmly believe in that. And especially to talk about the role what we do in Middle East and Africa, we have a very curated, intentional effort in terms of bringing diverse national into our workforce. We have 54 nationals in Middle East and Africa. We were able to attract the talent with a very intentional effort. On top of it, gender diversity is a very important thing for Emerson. We have made a very great improvement around gender diversity. We have increased our women in leadership in Middle East and Africa. And not only in Middle East and Africa, Emerson has taken a bold global goal of doubling the women in leaders by 2030 to drive this diverse culture, which we firmly believe in.
That's really good to hear. And we're here in Egypt. I want to get your viewpoint on what Emerson is doing to help drive the digital transformation in Egypt.
Oh, that's a great, again, digital transformation is another big buzzword. The way we look into that, there's a lot of data that are available in this industry, but it's all siloed. The first thing what we're doing is primarily using our technology to create more digital data and collect the data and gather the data and then optimize the data and then contextualize the data and passing into the right people who can act on it in a more speedy way so that they can able to improve the workflow and drive production improvement in our things. And we have a plan for digital ecosystem, which Emerson owns, which is primarily talking about all the things which I taught. It can really help you to connect the data by bringing in an extremely important data which was earlier not possible to collect, but with the wireless technology we were able to really collect those data. And then we have optics software that could able to contextualize the data and able to pass the data to the relevant people and able to make them to act on it in an immediate way so that they can improve the workflows. So digital transformation is something which we firmly believe, not only the thing which we sell, we internally look into our operations. We are really adapting the digital transformation internally to improve our operations. So before we sell our solutions, we internally leverage that and we make a big progress on that.
Oh, Prakash, well, that's really good to hear. And just before we end, how's Egypt gone for you?
It's been a great 3 days. A lot of great interactions with customers. I could really see the vibrance in the market, especially the energy transition and the energy security issue, the geopolitical issue, making a lot more important for Egypt. It's blessed to be in a geopolitically important location and close to Europe. We see a lot of good momentum in the market. Our customers are really keen to observe and understand and adapt new technology. It's been a great 3 days. We look forward to really engage with Egypt moving forward as well. It's been a great 3 days for me personally, Julian.
Prakash, well, that's a great way to end. And I'd just like to thank you for coming down to the Energy Connect studio.
Thank you, Julian. Appreciate that. I really enjoyed it.